Hey everyone, this is JG. It is September 8th after rollover, and so tonight is the first night where it's possible for people to be fighting floor 15 of the Iron Twins Fortress, and I'm really excited to share with you the team that I built for this. So I'm a fairly new player. I started at the beginning of 2022, so my account's about as old as the current Hell Hades free-to-play account. So I only have a handful of 60s, only have a handful of legendaries. And so when I first saw the stats that Iron Twins had at the upper levels, I thought, well, no way am I doing that anytime soon. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized I think I can put together a team for this. So I'm going to share this team that I've built. It's an unkillable, speed-tuned, zero accuracy team. So no accuracy required. You don't have to resist the huge accuracy on the Iron Twins. You don't have to have huge accuracy to place anything on the Iron Twins. So this is not the fastest team for this, but it gets the job done. I'm pretty proud that with a fairly new account, I'm able to clear this content. So I wanted to talk you through the build that I have here, and then show you my first clear of stage 15. All right, so let me just walk you through the build here. This is just a classic unkillable team style build, and it's really forgiving on the speed values. So I've got some values in here. I'll talk you through some of the things that I think can be different. But the main mechanic that we're exploiting here, if you built an unkillable clan boss team, you know that what you want is your unkillable skill to go right before the boss goes. If it's a one-turn unkillable like Demytha, then that means it doesn't expire on anyone by the time the boss uses its skills. If it's a two-turn like Maneater or Helicath, you can actually block 2 turns worth if they go right before the boss. And so the thing that's really nice about Iron Twins is that skill, the passive skill, retaliatory launch. And so what that does is add 10% turn meter for every buff you place on the party if you don't have speed down. And if you're not running an unkillable team, that skill can be a real nightmare because it gives them a bunch of extra turns. If you are running this unkillable team, it's actually really nice because when you throw unkillable on your whole team, that's 50% turn meter. It actually really gives you high odds that the Iron Twins are going to take the next turn. So they're going to go immediately after you place that buff, which is actually perfect in this context. So the speeds here, we're basically aiming to be 1-to-1 with the Iron Twins, not getting lapped, in between turns if we don't need to be. Maneater, I think, does need to be fast and needs to be a little bit faster than the Iron Twins in order to pull off an additional A1 at the end of one of the cycles. All the rest of these, I think, as long as they're north of about 214 and they're in the right order, I think you can use almost any speed value here. You can play around with that if you want to try to rebuild this. So we're trying to basically, the whole party's taking turns at the same speed. We're on a 4-turn cycle here. So Painkeeper's there to keep Maneater's unkillable down to a 4-turn cycle. Helicath is on a 4-turn already, so we do Painkeeper right before that, so it doesn't speed up into a 3-turn. Demytha, honestly, she was level 1 yesterday morning for me. Since I already had Maneater and Helicath, I didn't think I had a reason to build her, but realized she'd fit really well in here. So she's unbooked here. So she's got a 5-turn on her unkillable skill, which with Painkeeper gets down to 4 turns also. So that works pretty perfectly. Then Dreng is our DPS. Dreng's in there because he requires no accuracy. So he can throw up a burn without requiring accuracy. So no one in this build requires any level of accuracy. We're putting on a little bit of poison. We've got toxic sets on a few of these people. And then Dreng for burns and War Master wherever we can get it. Actually, only Maneater and Helicath are level 60 with masteries on them. The other ones are still just at level 50 here. So this is a really budget build. And then the other thing is, although we're 1-to-1 speed-wise with the Iron Twins, we're actually running a 4-to-5 comp, which means for that 4-turn cycle that we take, Iron Twins are going to take 5 turns in there. And let me show you sort of what that looks like here. So the reason for this is because Retaliatory Launch speeds him up, we're basically giving him free speed across the fight. And so since we're speeding him up, in order to stay synced, we need him to lap us at some point. So we throw in 1 extra turn for him. That's why we need 5 turns of Unkillable here. So we've got 2 from Maneater, 2 from Helicath, 1 from Demytha. but all 5 of those hits are protected. So basically, we start off with Maneater's A3 that protects us through that first hit, as well as the hit after turn 2. Turn 3, basically do the same thing with Helicath. Use Helicath to block turn 3 and turn 4 hits. Then we take sort of a half turn and pop Demytha's A3, which gives him basically a free turn there. That's that 5th hit. And then we cycle right back around. Get an A1 from Painkeeper and Helicath, and then you're back to Maneater's A3. So it's a pretty straightforward run there. If you're swapping some things out, a couple rules to remember. 1, no extra buffs. Any extra buffs. So we've disabled Helicath's A2, and that's the shield skill. We don't want that because that's going to throw some extra turns in here. Actually, the thing that made this really complicated for me is I sort of theory crafted this on paper first and completely forgot about Demytha's A1 throws up a shield, so that's a 10% boost. And then Helicath's passive, when the block damage turns into increased defense, provides some extra turn meter. So that's the one place where this is a little bit tricky. Other than that, since we're really controlling when he takes his turns, this is a really stable comp. There's not really a chance for the speeds to drift over a long period of time because you just clip right back to the turns that the Iron Twins are taking. The other thing in here, don't bring speed down. That's going to ruin retaliatory launch. And then I built it to avoid direct damage. So it's all War Master, Poison, Burn, Damage Reflection style damage. You don't want things, big hits are more likely to trigger the retaliatory launch rocket move. And here's a chart. We've got 3 turns here that are a little bit risky. So this attack from Demytha, 1 from Dreng, 1 from Helicath. If those trigger retaliatory launch, you're dead. So these are the only turns where you are making an offensive hit, and there's someone in the party that's not currently covered by block damage or unkillable. So as long as those aren't the ones that trigger the rocket launch, then we're immune to all the normal hits plus the rocket launches. So with that said, let's watch the run. I'll play most of it on fast forward because it is not a quick run, but let's take down the Iron Twins. All right, so it takes a little bit to get going here. So the A3 from Maneater, A1 from everyone. We've got 5 turns here. All right, 3rd round, 2 A1s, and then A3 from Painkeeper and Helicath. And then we're almost ready to go. We just need to push Demytha's skill off by 1 more turn. So 3 A1s here, Maneater, Dreng, Demytha. We're good to go. Pop it on auto, and let's watch it go. There it was. We just saw the first Doomsday. What's it called? Doomsday Machine. Yeah, Doomsday Machine. So that means he's below 40% HP. There's no more rocket launches coming. There's no way for this run to fail anymore. So we've got this one in the bag. 7.5 minutes in. Looks like it's going to be about a 12 to 15 minute run, but we're still kicking. All right, this is the home stretch now. It's just about done. Look at it. We've got 200 plus turns of Iron Brand on Maneater. He took, what, was that 170,000 hit from the laser? But just shrug all that off. I'm glad we're not dealing with taking any of that damage. All right, just a few more War Masters should bring us all the way home. And there it is. Goodbye, Iron Twins. There's my nice free Immortal Soul Stone from my first clear here. What we do? 11:52, 12-minute run. So yeah, this is clearly not the best, not the fastest team around here, but I built it on a budget. There's some clear room for improvement here. Obviously, some things you could do better, better DPS if you can afford to build one person with that much accuracy, but no accuracy necessary to be able to farm Iron Twins 15 daily from here on out. So that's it for my team. Hope you liked it. I'm a pretty new content creator. If you like this content, please drop me a like. If you want to subscribe, I'd love that too. But thanks for watching. I've been JG. I'll see you later. Oh no, Painkeeper's down. This run's gonna go south.